Hey guys, it's me, Gearholic, and today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a test. So in the past, I have talked about how much I love the Mora Companion, especially in stainless steel. So today's test is going to be if the Mora Companion, this is the Mora Companion F. So it's basically stainless steel. It is, it's the same Mora Companions that I think I've shown you guys in the past. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting this in some salt water to test how long it can stay in salt water, so that way I can test and see how stainless steel this stuff really is. Because if I were to take this on any kind of adventure with me, I'd want it to withstand most environments. Now, I know most stainless steels are pretty good about withstanding rust for a certain amount of time, and I know for a fact that eventually the stainless steel is going to break. I just want to know how soon it's going to take for this steel to actually start taking on rust. So I'm going to be mixing up a couple of chemicals and a couple of different things, and I'll be showing you guys that along the way. And basically, here it is. Here's the knife. No rust, nothing, clean. And this is before I dunk it in the water. And I'll kind of explain that too. So it's going back into sheath. Okay, and so basically to do this, I'm going to make some salt water. And how you make salt water is basically you need 35 grams worth of salt for every 1 liter of water. And you get hot water and you basically mix it, you mix the salt and the hot water together, you just stir it, and that's it. Basically you make yourself salt water. It's pretty simple stuff. You just want the salt to basically become, you want to saturate the water as much as you can with this with the salt solution. So that way you have a nice even mixture, and you do that while it's warm. So that way the salt actually breaks down from its crystalline form into the water, and it kind of mixes it around a lot better. So what I have here is I have the jar, which we'll be conducting the experiment in, and whenever I get all this together, I'll be noting the date and the time and when I put it in, and then I will basically check on it every single day, and then hopefully I'll do a video. I'll finish the video by conducting my experiment after I see fit to take it out of the water or out of the salt solution. And you need salt, obviously. I'm just using Morton's salt, regular salt you can find anywhere. Here it is, about 14 milliliters worth of hot water. It is hot. It's kind of warm right now. I know I put it in my Nalgene, so it's we'll see how well it stays in there. And then obviously I have my 35 grams worth of salt. I know this is a little bit more than a liter, so I added just a little bit more salt to it. So this is kind of a guesstimation kind of process, but basically I'm just going to try to make it as close to possible as salt water as possible. So that's basically how I'm going to do it. And basically, yeah, I'm going to pour all the concoctions together, and I'll show you guys exactly what it looks like afterwards. All right. Okay guys, so I just finished mixing all the salt water together and everything, so we're about to begin the test. It looks like the salt pretty much dissolved in there for the most part. I don't see any bits. I mean, there's a few little things down there at the bottom, but for the most part, I think it's pretty much salinated with water. I mean, salt. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up. I will be putting the blade in there. I'll do it blade up, so that way I don't ruin the blade. Well, may have to do it blade down. All right. There it is. Blade is in the water. And I will note the time and all that actually up here as soon as I get done shooting the video. And I'll see you guys whenever it comes back. So let's see what happens. All right, later guys. Hey guys. All right, so just doing a little update on the Mora Companion with the in salt water test that I've been doing. So I came in and checked it this morning, which is it's only been about 15 hours since I put it in the water, and it looks like it's already started to form rust on it. So I'll give you guys a show, kind of let you see it a little bit. It's kind of in there, and it's kind of really hard to tell You can see some of the rust is already formed on the blade, on the back too. I don't know if you guys can see that. I might, for the sake of the test, take it out real quick just to see what it looks like. Okay. There it is. See, rust is already starting to form on it. On the back side. It's weird because nothing has formed up here on the flat part of the blade yet. I'm just gonna see if it actually rubs off. It actually doesn't look like it is. It's almost not even really on there. I kind of rubbed it off a little bit. You can see where my finger just kind of touched it. So I'm not going to touch it anymore. I'm going to put it back in the container, and we'll kind of continue some of these tests and see how far I can take it until it finally rusts completely over the entire blade surface. And it's kind of a good test too to see where the material takes. But so far, the stainless steel is not doing too bad. Not too bad. Hopefully everything goes really well. Man, that is just crazy. It's not doing too bad so far. Not doing too bad. So we'll see what happens. All right, I'm going to put this back in, and we'll go ahead and seal it back up. And there it is. Back in there. All right, guys. Well, we'll see what happens. You can also see there's some floaties in the bottom. I don't know if that's from the layers of the metal shearing up or not, but it's kind of interesting. I've never seen that. There's like little floaties in there. They weren't there yesterday because I cleaned the whole thing out, so they had to come from somewhere. I'm not sure if they came from the blade or what. So interesting, very interesting. Hey guys, so just a quick little update. It's almost day 2 of the saltwater knife experience. We'll see. Let me take it out real quick and show you guys some other stuff. So it looks to me as if, sorry, I don't know if you guys can pick that up. You see this like little line right here? There's a mild discoloration. It's almost like some sort of film has started to build up on the blade. And then obviously we have more rust buildup. Got a little bit on the back. And that right there. I don't know. Let's keep testing. Let's see what else happens. I'm going to go ahead and seal this thing back up, and we'll continue the experiment. All right, guys. Thanks. Hey, guys. It's me, Giro, here, and I think I'm going to call a conclusion to this testing. Today is August the 1st. It is approximately 10:41 in the morning, and I am going to go ahead and show you guys the end result of the 5-day salt water test for the Mora Sandvik, or 12C27 Sandvik steel. Oh man, it's gross. Oh yeah, look at all those little floaties down there in the bottom, and on the knife blade. You can actually see them like floating around. Pretty crazy. Let's go ahead and look at the knife as a whole. I'm gonna go ahead and take it out. Okay. So here it is. Oh man, look at that. 4 days, or 5, I guess, total days in the water, salt water. Not too bad. It really didn't do too bad. I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised at how much it didn't rust. You know, I was thinking that this thing was going to rust up pretty bad, and that it was going to be almost unseeable, but really these rust stains are very minor in comparison to how much could have happened to the blade. Um, it just goes to say that these Mora Companions, especially in the stainless steel, are a lot more tougher than you'd think they would be. And so there's a lot to prove here. There is a lot of discoloration in the handle here. There is a lot of rust buildup along the blade, on the top of the blade as well, and on the reverse side is more. Pretty gruesome stuff. And for some reason, what I thought was interesting is the fact that in the water there was a lot of buildup, and you guys saw that. It was like floaties, and I'm not really exactly sure what that is and why that would do that, especially in an experiment like this. And it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Now I understand that, like, obviously my experimentations were, they may not have been 100% accurate. They may not have been exactly how a scientific method, but that's the closest thing that I could make it to having the test being done in the way that I wanted it to. So it was really the closest thing I could get. And so I hope that this kind of answers some questions. I hope this kind of puts Mora's in a little bit different light for everybody. That 12C27 is it's pretty good stuff. I mean, obviously, since I use it for razors, if you've ever left a razor blade or like a razor, like a shaving razor, in your bathtub or a shower for long enough, eventually it starts rusting up, and it starts getting kind of nasty and scuzzy, and you usually end up just tossing it. So it's kind of interesting to see that even in fresh water, those things rust up, and in salt water, they don't do too bad either. So I think we'll call it even on this experiment. I'm going to go ahead and conclude that it can last quite a while in salt water, if not a couple of days, at least a few hours. So you're probably safe diving with it if you're going to do like 45-minute to 60-minute dive times as a scuba diver, or if you're a fisherman and you want to take it out on your boat. I think that this is an okay thing to take with you. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I think that this would probably be a really good blade for that. You could definitely do skinning, deboning and gutting fish and all that stuff. And if you run into an emergency situation, you have a dependable blade on you. So, all right. Well, with that said, I think we're going to go ahead and conclude that that's the end of the experiment. Okay, guys, I appreciate you watching. Hopefully I'll update the video about how to clean this thing and all that, or something. I'll think of something what to do with this. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys liked my video. I really enjoyed doing it, and hopefully I got some more tests coming up for you guys. We'll see what happens with the Mora Companion. And please subscribe and keep watching my videos, and I really appreciate the support out there. So you guys have a wonderful afternoon, and I will I will end on a lovely note. All right, I'll see you guys later. Thanks, guys.